Lala Sadi has been getting a ton of backlash lately. Some of her recent videos are getting a ton of criticism, and people are also going for a response video she dropped a little bit ago. So I thought in this video we'll be looking at both and seeing if she truly is this obsessive person that everyone's talking about. We've talked about Lala before, so a lot of you know who she is by now. She's pretty popular, she has millions of followers, and overall, she's been liked for a while, but recently, about a few months ago, the backlash began, and it hasn't really gone down. So there is a ton of different stuff to uncover. Make sure to comment a video topic you want me to cover, and I'll look through and check out all of the different topics, and make sure that you like the video. With that, let's begin. But first, go to Coco's shop to either get these cute plushies to help Mustafa and his family, or get a really cute t-shirt or sweatshirt. All at reasonable prices and incredibly fun and cute. You will be helping raise money for a Palestinian family as well as getting an amazing item. Check it out, link in description. Also, thanks to you guys for purchasing a lot of t-shirts and sweatshirts. We'll be putting a few $100s into Mustafa's GoFundMe.
I think he hurt himself. He thinks that I think he's a bad person. But who cares what I think? I'm not God. I'm only going there for his mom. She was literally crying on the phone. I do not like that man whatsoever. The hell he put me through. But that doesn't mean I won't have a little of sympathy for him.
So we talked about Lala TV a little bit ago because of the amount of backlash she's been getting. A lot of people on Reddit called her out, complaining about how obviously staged her videos are, and a lot of people on TikTok were calling her cringe. And there was also people on YouTube criticizing her, like Miss Weiwei and other creators. So there's a lot of different layers to her content. It all kind of feels like, and I said this in the last video, but it feels like some sort of inside joke.
I invited myself to my brother's girlfriend's house, soon to be ex, because I have a theory. Something grinchy is going on. She invite me to her house.
And I don't mean inside joke as some sort of diss towards her, not at all. What I'm trying to say is you kind of have to follow up with her videos to understand what she's talking about and to get the joke she's talking about. And the reason why even very, very recently, a week ago, she's been getting so much hate is because of her recent videos about her and her brother. She has some very, very strange videos, and we've already been over a lot of the topics surrounding her videos, but some recent ones have definitely sparked backlash, so I thought we'd get into it.
Grinch is coming over to meet our parents. The Grinch is my brother's girlfriend. So let's make the most normal smoothie. No avocado. Actually, I don't want to waste a $4 avocado on her. But avocado is green, so spinach, oranges. It feels like an orange. Great. A normal banana, an expired banana. This fits more.
Most of Lala's videos, well, all of them, are some sort of skit. Think of it as watching a television show, but it's just one person kind of narrating it. She has not exactly, straight up said it's fake, but she hasn't exactly been oh, it's real, guys, it's real. It's kind of in the in-between. It's kind of yeah, a lot of people may think it's real, but most people think it's kind of obviously staged, and she's kind of yeah, it's kind of skit-like, but she doesn't directly say it. Some comments under my Amelia video complaining about how Lala is similar and she's very obsessive over her brother in a very, very weird way, and I figured we could look at some of the videos, but first we're going to quickly review over her apology video, which came out not exactly super recently, but it's still very relevant to this discussion to see really what she has to say about her skits before we really get into the recent controversy. Obviously, that's not going to be the main focus we have in this video over whether her videos are fake or not. That was a discussion a while ago because of all the Reddit posts that got a lot of attention. There were hundreds of comments. Moreover, we're going to talk about her skits and whether they are problematic or not, because more people wanted me to focus on that, so I figured we'd do that in this video because, as we know, YouTubers like Princess Amelia are obviously staging their videos. I feel like I'm saying grass is green when I say this. We watched one of her videos about a week ago, less than a week ago, and the video did very well. People were very interested in it. It was about the weird content she makes with her boyfriend, but half of the video ended up focusing on Princess Amelia making these long-form staged videos with her brother and how, strange they were. Okay, so are you gonna tell her?
Tell her what? That you don't want us to be together? But long story short, the entire story is fake. It's all made up and was created to entertain people. However, it seems like our audience doesn't know it's meant to be fake.
So obviously, just because it's a skit doesn't mean it's like exempt from criticism. Layla is known for going pretty far with her skits, doing weird things like acting out, as you can see from that clip, acting out scenes of her boyfriend breaking up with her, which, let's be honest, we don't even know if this guy exists. Once again, no diss towards her, but like, since she does skits and she herself says that she acts, we don't really know if these people are made up or if it's her brother. Who knows who's voicing this? So sometimes she is willing to go to pretty extreme depths in order to continue her series. So she doesn't really make it clear in her response, which, once again, I feel like someone's gonna say, why are you coming at her? I'm not. I'm just analyzing her video. In her response, she doesn't really directly say that they're staged. I feel like that's how I should probably word it. But she says she kind of exaggerates, which could be her way of saying the skits are staged. But I mean, most of us know by now that they very likely are. Speaking of tests, do you want to know how I did? I studied all last night. I used not even last night, but like that's when I mainly studied, and I used like 7 different studying apps, and I got a 70% on the test. I am literally going to lose my mind. I am so mad. I just got this character. So I'm a little bit confused with this response. She seems to be saying they aren't fake, the skits, but she's playing an actor, which is my guess of, I'm sorry, I sound like I'm repeating myself, but I don't want to like change her words or misinterpret her words. It sounds like she's saying she's exaggerating her character, but the events really take place, which we'll look at some clips now.
His girlfriend's birthday is today, and he's doing a little party for her.
Coco bit me! And you would look better than her.
No, it's her birthday.
It doesn't matter.
What am I wearing, jeans?
Black. I have an idea. General idea. So pretty. Suck me in.
I'm gonna get beat by Bodhi's girlfriend.
So most of her videos, or about half of them, are pretty like wholesome and regular. As she said, it seems to live up to her response video. It's just her saying things like, oh, and making jokes and being sarcastic, just like what she says. It could definitely be something that happens in real life, but it's just her being overdramatic for the video and to make the editing more fun, probably. But then there's the content that's a little bit stranger that feels like, is this staged or is it not?
We know that. I got kicked out of the funeral. Well, apparently he wrote an inheritance for me, and all my relatives want to rip me apart. Let's go see all of them. I really thought someone was there. Von Eugene's in New York.
We are gonna suck it in.
Oh my god. The butt is budding.
Sometimes topics are very strange, like going to her grandpa's funeral, which once again, she seems to be saying that the skits are real, but once again, she's being overdramatic, which is kind of like, it's kind of hard to estimate how overdramatic she's being, but it seems like she's being pretty overdramatic. And there's a lot of strange topics, but one of her favorite things to post, which she does over and over and over again, is things about her brother and how much she hates the girlfriend. Which, if we were to take the glance or take the thought that it is some kind of stage thing, like everyone assumes, then it would just be like, oh, it's another stage skit that her brother's in on. But she seems to say that it's real, but she's just being overdramatic, which makes it a little bit strange.
I invited myself to my brother's girlfriend's house, soon to be ex, because I have a theory. Something Grinchy is going on. Did she invite me to her house? No, of course not. I invited myself. He doesn't know I'm coming, which is perfect.
Surprise the Grinch.
Boo. Never been to her house. Why? Because I like being alive. You all have a theory that she's somewhat related to my ex. And if that's true, consider me your worst nightmare, Chad.
I mean, it is a little strange, that's for sure. And once again, just because, and I know what the comments are going to say, yeah, it's definitely a skit. Just because it is doesn't make it like, okay, remember in the last video, a few videos that she got a ton of backlash for were where she was talking about like how her mom and dad were cheating on each other and trying to cover it up or something, and that created a bunch of backlash.
And then there are comments saying, I don't know how far this girl can go. She is now saying that she might have sisters. How are the parents fine with it? The comment section is full of people saying she's fake. I hope she's finally cancelled and the young children realize it's all an act. She's so annoying, her fake cry makes my blood boil.
So that's mainly the only problem I have with the response videos, is she seems to be saying that I could be dumb, but the events are real. And that makes all the things that you talk about very, very strange, like the constant obsession with, obviously, the brother's girlfriend, the, like, weird drama between the mom and dad breaking up, and, of course, her having a sister, and her brother's girlfriend being related to her ex, all this stuff just seems a little bit weird. And I mean, once again, maybe she's just kind of lying about it, which of course she's already been accused of, but who knows?
Yeah, got a call this morning from my ex's mom, Chad's mom. She called me to say that her son is in the hospital and all he asked was to see me and apologize. I think he hurt himself. He thinks that I think he's a bad person. But who cares what I think? I'm not God. I'm only going there for his mom. She was literally crying on the phone. I do not like that man whatsoever. The hell he put me through. But that doesn't mean I won't have a little of sympathy for him. If God can forgive everyone, who am I not to forgive?
I don't want to say that this is staged because I feel like someone will definitely take it and put it in a video calling me a bully, which has never happened before, and say that I'm bullying her and telling her she's making up things, but this just seems kind of unrealistic. Sure, this definitely is a possibility, but if some mom, why would a mom ask for, I mean, maybe that's what he would request, I guess, but it's just I could totally understand if this was a skit, but it's just so many crazy things happen. She feels like that friend you have that tells you stories about her life and it feels like they're straight out of a movie because the friend is exaggerating it. I remember I used to have a friend that would tell me things and it was just literally listening to some action movie.
Chad and his girlfriend. They get poisoned. It's not on me. I had good intentions. So cute. Chad is gonna eat you and he's gonna die. Dun dun dun. I'm a normal person, I think. In honor of my brother and his girlfriend breaking up, let's make Susie's. I mean cookies. So sad that they broke up. Yay. Floor. 1, 2. Salty salsa. A little bit.
And Layla actually seems like she would be pretty nice, in real life. The videos I've seen of her, she doesn't seem rude in any way or anything. And obviously she is overdramatic, but that is, as she said, the thing she admitted to. That's something that she does over-exaggerate. But if her response is true and all these things that happen are true, then we have a lot of stuff to get into.
You've never had a boyfriend?
Okay.
How it feels?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really don't feel comfortable, but thank you.
So aside from her pretty wild shorts, which consist of, as you can see, the parents drama, the having a sister, all that crazy stuff, you have her long form video, so I thought we'd look at one.
My little brother isn't here and I'm having a hard time not hanging out with him. You just did your mascara. It's fine. Sadie's outside. He said meet me out. Okay.
He's literally pulling up, so I'm just waiting for him.
And smelly.
Thank you.
Sadie's here. Take a screenshot of that. He's giving me this side eye. I don't know why. I haven't hanged out with him in so long. Why?
I was in Cali and stop moving your legs or your feet like that.
I'm excited to hang out with you.
Why is it so close?
It's not.
The last
To be very realistic, it is a lot less bad, to put it quite plainly. It's a lot more authentic. It feels a lot more authentic than Amelia's videos. Definitely no eye to the T hints or anything like that involved. Nothing like that, so that is nice. I would even say so far, which we haven't gotten too far in the video, but so far it seems a lot better than her short-term videos, because those ones can sometimes be, as we know before, a little bit extreme. They can have weird topics and stuff, just be straight up strange, but I guess that's kind of what it takes to succeed sometime. But as you can see so far, it seems a lot more wholesome and just genuinely hanging out with family type content.
video that we did together, the coffee video, blew up, no?
It did blow up.
Can I have my money?
No. Where are you taking me?
I don't know. You said you wanted to go to a car wash, so I was like, okay.
Sadie, do not ruin my video.
My fault. I think you should add that. Don't cover it.
Honestly, I might. Bleep.
It's so funny.
So where are you taking me? Okay, I want coffee or boba. But you're paying, so yeah. Of course you're paying.
See, when she talks about being an actor and stuff, and the video is actually being real, but her being over dramatic, like the test example she talked about earlier, where she wasn't actually excited for the test, but she pretended to be, I could totally believe that with these long form videos because it makes sense. They seem natural, she's just hanging out with her brothers, there's nothing crazy going on. But I can't believe it when she's making random videos about her hidden sister and stuff. It's just why lie about that? Just say it's a skit. I don't think your followers will leave you. I think they're watching it because they enjoy watching your story, the stories you come up with. It's okay to be honest with your audience. If you, sure, maybe she just has a really super interesting life and maybe a lot of things happen, but why not be honest? Because I feel nothing against this girl. I'm gonna be honest, I have nothing against her. She seems really nice, but why not just say, oh, well, the stuff I do are skits, they're made up. And yes, I exaggerate and stuff, but that's for my account. That's how I stand out on the algorithm and stuff. Why be like, oh, but the things that happen are real? Because I just feel like a lot of them are kind of too crazy. Maybe she does have a hidden sister. Who knows?
You owe me money, bro.
Sadie's in love.
With who? Oh, ha.
Forgot her that fast? What the hell is wrong?
Oh, I
I
didn't.
don't know. What's my favorite coffee shop?
I don't know, bro. I didn't father you. Where do you want to go?
You kind of did father me.
Don't put that, bro.
Why?
Don't put that. Take it out.
You're an older sibling.
No, I'm a father figure, but that doesn't mean I'm your father.
What's my favorite coffee shop?
Just, I don't know, and I don't care. Oh, Duncan.
This video is going to be relatively shorter than usual, about 10 minutes shorter, because 1, I have another test to study for, and 2, there isn't really much to add on. I feel like her response was alright. I'm not going to say it's the worst thing ever, but overall, I just kind of wish she hadn't pretended like, in a way, that, you know, let's think about that one, that her videos aren't staged. Like, it doesn't really make sense to me, because I mean, they clearly are staged. I mean, obviously not the long. Once again, I don't want to be rude, because she could just, this could be her way of saying that, yeah, it is like a TV show. She herself said is hinting at that it's a show, so maybe that's her way of saying it's a skit. But it wasn't super clear. But overall, once again, I don't want to be a jerk, because overall, she doesn't seem like a problematic creator, let's be honest. Other than her skits being over dramatized and fake, she doesn't really make problematic content. There's nothing toxic going on. There's nothing really disturbing. I mean, sure, she could probably share less about her parents and stuff, but overall, let's be honest, compared to a lot of the other creators we've talked about, especially this week, like, her content's not that bad. Sometimes I find her content relatable, like when she talks about having a channel and her experience of having a channel while at school. Now she, I believe, is over 20, so she no longer goes to high school, but while being in high school, it definitely probably was an awkward experience. I can kind of relate to that. It is kind of awkward, because I do know some people in my school do know about it. Overall, sometimes it can be awkward. I do understand that, so overall, I don't really have a problem with her content, and yeah, that's pretty much a summary of her content. I think this is probably the last video I'm going to make on her. I know I do say that with a lot of people, and then people complain when I make another video, but I feel like this kind of summarized it up. We went over some of her response video. It was a little bit confusing, but overall, she did cover most of the stuff. I'm not going to pretend like people don't have a reason to hate her. The last video I said the same thing, but some people were being a little over rude, like the Reddit people. I remember some of the comments were being incredibly rude, and that was when she was younger, so she was probably pretty young and had kind of started off her channel. Sure, I do understand getting mad about her lying about having, like, a lost sister and stuff. Like, I understand getting annoyed about that, but I remember the way they worded it and stuff was very, very rude. And she, like, you just gotta remember when you're criticizing people, especially very, very young people like her that are starting out at the time. Once again, not now. She's been doing it for a while. But you gotta remember with people, especially starting out their channel, if they aren't, like, sometimes you just gotta be careful, especially with, like, Reddit posts, because Redditors sometimes do get pretty comfortable, just like people on Twitter, and that's kind of why I like YouTube more. Sure, some YouTube videos critiquing people can be bad. I've made bad ones, people have made bad ones, but overall you have to make a longer video, you have to add more context, you have to explain yourself. On Twitter, you could just take an out of context screenshot and say something that's not true. Same with Reddit. So I prefer to have criticism for her on YouTube, because I'm sure I've watched most of the videos critiquing her. They are a lot friendlier, for sure, like Miss Wayway and stuff, a lot more friendly than the ones in the posts about her on Twitter and Reddit, and even TikTok, though those aren't terrible. But overall, I do hope that she gets the criticism she deserves, but at the same time, the growth she deserves as a creator.